Good morning, it's day 115.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I'll leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of...
Here's my breakfast, that Kellogg's Crunchy Nut for 100 calories, 28 grams or 1 ounce of blueberries, not very many calories in that, and then I'm going to put in half a cup of skim milk. Sorry, that's the girls. So I think that's about 160 or something like that, maybe a little bit more. And may go shopping today, may go on an outing. Not quite sure what we're going to do yet. It's noon right now. I left and went to Aldi to get a few groceries, some produce and some eggs, and some stuff to make broccoli cheddar soup, Panera Bread ripoff, because I loved it so much yesterday. I want to make that, and it's really simple, the recipe I found, so I'm hoping that it goes well. So this is just some of the stuff I got. Bananas, broccoli, tomatoes. And then I came home and had a good cry. Because just, you know, the stuff that's been building up the last couple weeks or a few days or whatever, and sometimes it's just good to get a good cry, you know? So I had a good cry and talked to Brian and decided that I've got to give up on my selfish endeavors.
I think I'm going to do some pen workout.
Okay, I'm vlogging. And that I'm attempting to do things that I want to do, and then I'm not able to do them, and then that's making me frustrated and angry. So instead, I'm just going to have to give up, like with sleeping in. If Madison comes in and wakes me up at 8, then I'm just going to have to get up and not keep going back to sleep and then getting more and more frustrated every time I get woken up until 9 o'clock or 9:30. You know what I mean? Just save the frustration for everybody and just get up the first time. I don't know, I don't think so. And I don't know, I'm vlogging. But then also, like at meal times, I am selfish in the fact that I want to eat in front of the TV, but I've got 2 kids that are eating at the table and they're totally terrorizing each other and throwing food and everything, making me frustrated, and then I have to get up every 5 minutes, every way to go in there and discipline them or whatever. And so instead I'm just going to spend meal times at the table with my daughters to referee them, save everybody the frustration and heartache. So I think that it's going to hurt, but I think it's going to help in the end. It's 12:30. I've been invited to Chick-fil-A this afternoon. They're having Customer Appreciation Day or whatever. But this girl that invited me said that maybe the girls could play and we could just chit-chat and catch up because I haven't seen her in a while. So yeah, how's that for temptation? I haven't had Chick-fil-A in like probably 2 months or more. And I can't have a cheat day. And to tell you the truth, I don't really want one. I'm making myself a lunch. I'm gonna have 1 serving of Lay's barbecue potato chips and a protein shake and a vitamin. Last time I had a protein shake and a vitamin, I felt like on cloud 9 pretty much all afternoon. Of course, that was on my day off, and I really didn't have anything to do anyway, so I was feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I had some questions about my food scale the other day, and I'm sure whoever you are that asked me about it, I'm sure you've already figured it out by now. But just in case you haven't, I'll show you. Well, this is the Taylor food scale. I think it cost about 30-ish or something like that. Not sure where I bought it, Target maybe. Anyway, mine has two buttons. It says on/tear, and then it says unit over here. And obviously on would be to turn it on. But if you click it again, once it's already on, it will set it back to 0. So you put on your plate or whatever you're going to put your food on to weigh it, and you see that this is already 400 grams. You push it again, it sets it back to 0. So if you put your plate on there, you set it to 0, and then you weigh your food, then you'll know what your food weighs. Another great way that I use this is, say I make a meal in this container, and then I've created the meal on my plate on livestrong.com, given all the ingredients. Well, then I know I'm going to have half of the meal that I've made in this container. And the container and the ingredients in this meal is 400. Okay, so after it's all said and done, and I think, well, I don't want to just eyeball it, I want to do it by weight, so I know that I have exactly half of this meal. So what I do is I take the weights of all my pots and pans and cookie sheets and stuff like that, things that I would cook in, and then I weigh the entire meal with the pan and all on this scale after I'm done cooking it, and then I have my Excel spreadsheet with all the weights of my pans on it. And so if I cook it in this frying pan, then I would, and say it was 2,000 grams with the frying pan, and say my frying pan is 1,000 grams, then I know that the meal is 1,000 grams, and then I can take half of that 1,000 and give me half my meal. So then when you select your meal on my plate on livestrong.com, you would put 0.5 servings, because the whole serving is the whole entire meal that you've created with all the ingredients that you've put in the meal. So anyway, hope that explains that. So again, this button, the tear button or whatever that sets it back to 0, it's going to be what you're going to need to use. And then mine also has grams and ounces. I like using grams because it's a little bit more precise, but you can use ounces too. So, how proud are you guys? I just got back from Chick-fil-A, and I did not have anything. Not only that, I had a coupon for a free milkshake. I had a coupon for a free chicken sandwich. I didn't have anything. Pretty proud of myself. So here's my homemade broccoli cheddar soup that I messed up and put 3 times as much flour in it as I was supposed to. I added more chicken stock and more milk, but I didn't have enough chicken stock and enough milk to triple the recipe, plus I didn't have enough room because it already filled almost a full stock pot. So anyway, here's 1/10 of the recipe, which is a pretty good sized serving. That's like 3 ladlefuls, and that is only, what, not even 200 calories? Something like that, somewhere around 200 calories. So that's a very good helping, I think. And then I've got a piece of light garlic bread that I'm going to eat with it. I'm going to attempt to give it to the kids to eat because it is really good. And Madison tasted the stuff that I got yesterday at Panera Bread, and she liked it. But who knows? I mean, they're going to eat it or they're not. Whatever. It's 8 o'clock. The kiddos are in bed. My plan of sitting at the table and eating dinner with them seemed to go pretty well today. I knew, especially with the dinner that I made, the soup, that I was going to have to sit there and probably feed them both. At least feed Alana, and I did. It was hard for me because I've gotten into such of a habit of eating in front of the TV, and really I think putting too much focus and too much I don't know, like, it's hard for me to explain, but just kind of setting up this time to eat like, oh my god, like making it too serious. Like, oh my god, it's hot, my food's hot. I've got to sit down in front of the TV right now. I've got to sit down and I've got to be comfortable and everything's got to be perfect and I've got to eat my food and I've got to eat it right now and I can't be disturbed and I'm just going to focus on my food and focus on the enjoyment of the TV and I've just got to be selfish, me, and for everything to be perfect. That's what I've done to myself. And as bad as it sounds, that's the way it is. And Brian has fueled that fire because, you know, I wasn't that way my whole life. He is definitely like that too, although he's not like a food addict. It's like when his food is hot and ready, he wants to eat it and he wants to be in front of the TV. And if his food is cold, he's like has a hissy fit. For instance, say I'm on my way back from the grocery store and like he wants me to pick him up some Taco Bell or something. And say there's a Taco Bell right beside the grocery store. But say there's one closer to our house, he will not let me go to the one at the near the grocery store to get it for me, even though it's more convenient for me. Not saying like, oh my god, what a dick he is, but I'm just saying like that's how picky he is about the temperature of his food. But enough about him. This is about me being selfish and whatever. So anyway, I've gotten into that habit. And I think it's healthy on a variety of levels that I break that. Number one, like I said, to stop putting so much focus on the food being so pleasurable and like it being so much enjoyment, you know, whatever. Just keep it what it is. I can still enjoy it, sit at the table, eat it, and then just move on. And then I can come in here and watch TV. Because, like I said, as long as I'm setting my kids up to fail, really, and to make me pissed off, then that's what's going to happen. So, by doing this, I'm obviously giving them the supervision that they need. I'm giving them the together time that they need. I'm making sure that they're eating. They're going to eat better. They're going to eat quicker when I'm there. I'm breaking the cycle of eating in front of the TV and showing that behavior on and on and on, okay? So I'm feeling good about that decision, and I'm hoping to keep that up not only with dinner, but with breakfast and lunch too. I'm probably not going to sit there the entire time. Like, if I'm eating and I'm sitting there after I eat for longer than I'm comfortable, I'm probably going to get up. Maybe I'll clean around the kitchen while they're eating or whatever, but I'm not going to try to take that opportunity to come in here and sit down and relax or try to get on my laptop or try to do something to where they're going to be distracting me from it and then I'm going to get frustrated. I'm just going to not see their mealtime as a time for me to really try to get anything done or to relax because it's not going to happen. And I'm understanding that now. Another thing, like I talked about earlier, that I'm going to attempt to change, which you guys know that I've attempted to change it before. But I know that it's for the best. These are things that I talked to my husband about earlier today. It's just setting myself and my kids up for success. And not giving Madison an opportunity to frustrate me in the morning when she wakes me up. Because I just need to get up when she comes and wakes me up. And, you know, not get mad when she comes in every 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, she's a 4-year-old kid. She needs me. So, I'm going to be going to bed earlier. Brian's going to be should be getting home earlier because they're hopefully going to a new schedule. At least temporarily. So even on the days that he works swings, I should be able to get into the bed definitely by midnight. Tonight I'm going to try to go to bed at about 11-ish. Because if I go to bed at 11 and she wakes me up at 7:30, or if I go to bed at 11 and I read till 11:30, then I can get 8 hours of sleep. So I think that's pretty good. Now, I don't like to go to bed at 11. I want to stay up till 1 and I want to sleep till like 10. But that's not realistic, and I'm finally getting the picture through my head that that's not realistic. It's not going to happen. I just need to get over it, pretty much. I'm realizing that. So, sometimes she doesn't come in till 8, sometimes it's 7:30, sometimes it's 8:30, sometimes it's even 9 o'clock. So, whenever she comes in to wake me up, I'll just get up. And I've just got to start doing it. I just got to get over it. I just got to quit bitching and whining and complaining and feeling sorry for myself and getting pissed off. I just got to deal with it. I got to swallow it. I got to just move on and try to look at it as a positive, that I'm going to be spending more time with my kids. I'm going to be there more when she wants me, because maybe for an hour in the morning she's been watching TV without me and she's been safe and fine and everything. But I have the door open and the living room is right here, so it's just better that I'm here in her presence. And I remember my mom used to do the same thing. She used to sleep in the morning, and I remember when I got a little older, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I didn't really remember at 4, but maybe 5 or 6. So I definitely don't want to give Madison any, bad memories or anything like that. So it's just better that I break that cycle now. It's not going to be easy. I've never been a morning person. I did gain some discipline in the military. Obviously, I had to do a lot of things in the military I didn't want to do. But even before the military, the reason why I even went into the Air Force was because I tried to go to college and I failed out because I could not get up in the morning. Or I would not get up in the morning. I was working full-time as a CNA, and I was working second shift, and I wouldn't get home back to my dorm room until after 11 o'clock, and then I would eat, and then I would be up late on the computer, and then I would try to go to sleep at like 1 or 2, and then have to get up at like 6 or 7, and it just caught up with me. I couldn't do it because I wasn't establishing healthy routine for myself. Had I really buckled down and been committed, I would have been able to do it. But anyway, the whole point is that I've never been a morning person, but it's just got to stop now, because in like a month, I'm going to have to be getting up at 7 o'clock to take Madison to school Monday through Friday, and there's not going to be any getting out of that. So I've just got to get myself used to it now. So, enough about that. Trying my best. My weigh-in today. Bet you guys are curious, because I weighed 160.0 yesterday, right? Well, this morning I was 159.8. Yes, I was in the 150s this morning. Yes. Only by 0.2 pounds. So only 0.2 down from yesterday, but you know what? I'll take it. It felt so good, you guys, to see the 150s. Yes. Oh, it felt so good. Now, I know that doesn't mean that I'm going to stay in the 150s. I'm going to see the 160s again. I can almost guarantee it. Because my weight does fluctuate. It doesn't always go down. Plus, you guys know what's coming in a week. So I wouldn't be surprised if pack on a little water weight and go back up over the 160s. But just to see that number on the scale this morning, it was so good. I've been wanting it for so long. I was looking at my weight chart, and I'll tell you guys, from the beginning of phase 1 of the experiment that I just got done doing or whatever, which I believe was the 17th or 18th of May, something like that, to like the 1st of June, I went from 169.8 to like 165, 164, 4.8 is what it must have been because I lost 5 pounds. So in that 2 weeks, I lost that 5 pounds, and that weight chart just was like, psh, looked awesome. And then, yeah, so since the 2nd of June, so almost a month, I've been battling to get that other 5 pounds off. Can you believe that? Like double. Like 5 pounds in 2 weeks, and then the other 5 pounds took a month. It's crazy. Anyways, so I'm finally got out of the 160s, but probably not, only temporarily. But I'm still okay with that. That soup, it was only 190 something calories for that nice good sized bowl that I had. So what did I have? So I had some cookies after dinner, 3 cookies for 140 calories. And then I tracked some the strawberries, balsamic strawberries and yogurt that I had last night. I'm going to have some more of those tonight, and since I'm going to bed earlier, I'm going to eat those at about 9:30, 10. And then I also tracked a sugar-free Jell-O, but instead of having that, and I also had 50 calories left, I just had 2 more cookies. So I'm under my calories, or right on my calories, 1,200, with the yogurt and strawberries that I'm going to have later tonight. And then I've got measurements in the morning. So please comment, please subscribe, please like the video, please let me know if you have any questions or help with anything, and I will be more than glad. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.